Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 19 of my journey through Group Self-Found Necropolis League. Last time I got my Spellslinger Firestorm of Pelting triggerbot Saboteur geared up and leveled to 93. So what I'm doing with this, I'm casting Frenzy, and I've got Spellslinger triggering Firestorm of Pelting from both triggerbots at the same time, so we can ramp up lots of this Firestorm. And it's going pretty well. It can clear through map as well, though bossing is a little not quite as good at the moment. So I'd like to try and work on that today. We're going to make a graveyard craft for a big shield upgrade, and then I guess start working on the next piece of gear that I upgrade in the build. I'm close to having this done. I need one Chaos Scarcer and like 5 more increased fires, and then I can craft a new shield that hopefully will have a lot of damage come with it. And then also today I'm going to be working on clearing out these embers. I have tons of them, and there's a bunch of these that give tattoos. Those would be cool. There's fractured items in here, breach splinters, tainted currency, all kinds of interesting stuff. So I would like to work as many of those into mapping as I can, but beyond that, the big goal is just continue to smash maps. I need to get these Awakened Gems leveled. I need to get the Empower leveled. Firestorm of Pelting has hit level 20, so I could attempt to double corrupt that and try and get a +1. Same with the Spellslinger. That would require running temples, so I think it's probably just going to stay where it's at, and the focus be on continuing to farm corpses. That's probably what's going to be happening like all League. I'm going to need more corpses for another big craft. And while in the thought of tattoos, I have a 5% chance to hinder enemies on hit with spells tattoo that goes on an int passive that I know I'm not losing this one. So I'm putting it right there. Hinder reduces movement speed by 30% for 4 seconds. So that will keep enemies from moving as easily out of my firestorms. Then I'm rolling my maps blue because I'm getting tons of increased mod effect on the maps. So even though this says 11% pack size, when I throw it in here in the map, it says 18% pack size just with those. So it's not quite as good as a rare map, but still not bad. I have a lot of control over what rolls on the maps, but this is how things are going in here. Nothing crazy on this map. No big extra monster life or anything. And using Infernal Cry with Call to Arms, I'm getting that off on cooldown, and that kind of explodes big packs of enemies, like right there. It kind of plays a lot like a Toxic Rain build, actually. I'm just kind of moving and firing all over the place. You have to like target where your firestorms are, though I'm not getting any of the degen stuff. It's all hit-based for my damage. And then here we've got a boss. Oh, come on, blow him up, blow him up. Ah, I wanted him to blow up on the boss. And then I have Wave of Conviction linked with LE Weakness and Flammability for cursing. Extra damage, get the exposure off, and I can just about get to 15 stacks if I have Frenzy Charges up, I have my flask down, and I'm attacking. I can theoretically get to 3.19 divided by 0.36 times 2, maximum amount of 17 firestorms, though the limit is only 15 because I'm getting extra quality from the green socket in the Diala's chest. Then on to the embers. I'm not going to worry too much about this. Anything that's normal or high pack density, I'm probably going to throw it in here. I just want to churn through them. It doesn't need to be optimal, throwing in tons of extra shrines and strong boxes and stuff. And this will give me a bunch of gems. This is how I got my Empower. Gimling Frost Mages hurt a little bit. There's a 20 quality Purifying Flame though. Much easier to farm these than farm the GCPs. 2120 Charge Dash. That's what I'm talking about. So good. Cerulean Rain Craft. The Allflame Embers did not limit me on getting corpses out of that map. just lots of bonus stuff. 77 is too low for T16s. Slap some of them in there. Kitava, Ramako, Namahu, Heinekora, Tukahama, and Salia. A whole host of them. Those are Whoa, I just got pulled. Oh, yikes. There's a Tormented Rakiata. That's a little crazy. Tormented Comb as well. Oh, extra physical damage auras. Lovely. Rakiata has 480% life extra as well, because I wasn't thinking when I slapped 6 different ones in here, and that was one of the mods, so gotta deal with it now, I guess. Maybe Rakiata can't kill me? Ow. Feels like Trial of the Ancestors all over again. Got it. 2 more Hinder tattoos. Elemental Weakness, Grace, Automation, level to 20. Okoya and Utula both ended up tormented as well. At least they don't have infinite HP. Warcry cooldown takes a strength spot though. Nope, can't do that on this build. Ahanuku also got a ghost. Come on. Oh, that's not... Does a resistance shrine give me chaos res? No. Okay. If it did, I might have gone after it. Ahuana has 2 ghosts. Oh man. Nice. I blew up a bunch of corpses on top of her. She's actually dying. The only degen from Tahanuku is this attack, the Soul Rend. The rest of it hurts, but it's not degen. Yeah, just the normal melee attacks I can just kind of leech through. Death for 1 high. I don't want to get hit by that. And please die. Choir of Souls. That... Okay. There's no way to know where those Soul Rends are going to fly to. Hard to dodge it. This one looks better. 72% damage. Leave that on the rats. Don't replace the rats. This is extra fire. Leave on the low Axiom Thunder Guards. Unaffected by curses. Not do that one either. Quantity of items dropped. I want that on Ramako. This map has less AoE on it. My damage is way better against a single target. Increased mark effect tattoo. That's a really good one. Probably not as strong as it used to be. They might have nerfed them. I don't quite remember. +1 attack block. That's a good one too. These fights against the tribe leaders is ridiculous. Oh, and the fire breathers are in here, and they will pour their little buckets on themselves, run at you, and explode. I died once to that in this map. There was one, there was another one. Quintio Parandis. Still not the 4th one. So I also gave the Namahu tribe always poison on hit. All damage from hits can poison, so those fire breather explosions were poisoning me. Bad, 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 bad. Can I add multiple Tesalios in the same map? I can't. I wonder if I get 2 Rakiatas. Oh, you can left click their pictures to remove them. Oh, that's good. I wasn't trying to click the thing. I was trying to pick up an Ember of Abyss, and the altars spawned on top of me. So I clicked it, and now I have... Nearby enemies have Fizz's Lightning. Awesome. Now, I'm curious. Yep, there are trawlers all over the place. In the ritual. Alright, that's bad news. I wanted to know if Rakiata spawned. I didn't even get a chance to figure that one out. Okay, they're not trawlers, they're riptides. Trawlers are the ones that put the bear traps down. The riptides are the ones that, like, pull you across the area. It's really crazy. 0.3% life regen tattoo. Blind on hit. Oh, I hate it so much. Getting pulled across the map into a bear trap. Oh, it's awful. Wait, if these are in maps, that means all these enemies are actually, like, spectrable now. Or I'd like to think they would be spectrable if their corpses are in the map. Oh, the first Ikiaho. That's gonna be new tattoos, probably. Yeah, there are the turtles. Huh. So it could have happened last league with the corpses from the Wildwood. Now you can actually just, like, come get corpses. And it could happen. The Turtle Spectre build. Found Ikiaho. Gotta dodge all the cold degen on the ground. Cold res. Cold damage. Yeah. the less AoE is such a damage buff. I can just stand there and delete that one. Okay. I have learned. So I need to figure out a way to get Conk Effect into the build, is what that is teaching me. And that's just going to up my damage. So currently it would have to probably take the place of the Controlled Destruction, unless I can work an Eldritch Battery system out with it. Increased effect of Herald buffs on you, 5%. That's pretty good. Chill Free to Voice, Flask Effect Duration, Cold Res, and a cold damage one. And I got a chance to poison. Chance to poison's good. So now I want to test. Let me drop a more skilled effect duration. Put Eldritch Battery on. Oh, this has less recharge rate. What does it do? I mean, okay. So I guess the real test then, take Inspiration off. And if it jumps from 17 mana cost to 34 mana cost, then what? Needs a little bit more. And that's still with minus mana cost on 2 pieces. Drop a Frenzy Charge, then grab ES Recharge Rate, Spell Suppression, puts me at 90. That almost was enough right there. Regenerate 150 energy shield per second while rare unique enemy is nearby. Yeah, but I would lose 15 lightning and chaos res to do that. This belt is still pretty bad, actually. I'm gonna do that though. Oh, it's still not done there though. I would have to put Conk Effect in. Takes it from 43 to 67 is a little much. And I have 20 ES per second on my jewel. I can quality some gear, get me a little bit more energy shield. Oh, and that raises the mana reservation on the Spellslinger by a lot. That's a 140 cost. My resistor's still okay. Flip my arrogance. I can grab a level 1 clarity then. Reserve that on my life. Gives me way more life. I still get the +1 max res. And I still get the minus mana cost. So it drops it to 58. Let me throw a map in then. And get this last one of these tattoo guys. And see what happens. Like if I get that region, who was it that mentioned that? Robura. A really good call. Now if I get close, let's see, let me find, here's. Okay, yep, that works. Oh, this might be like massive upgrade. Getting more damage and then more overlaps. So yeah, that's just really good. And the coverage isn't bad because I have so much AoE as a Saboteur. By lowering the level of the clarity as well, I pretty much got all that ES back in just raw life that was being reserved before. So I didn't really lose much survivability wise. And I like capped up on spell suppression now. And then probably if I got some gloves that had some energy shield on them rather than the armor evasion with the same resists life, probably in a really good spot. Okay, tormented boss. I got an echoing shrine too. Make sure he's cursed. That's also with a massive shrine though, so I think I'd try and make this work instead. I would need a lot more energy shield, I think, even if I wanted to now try and work in a Zealotry Blessing for more damage. That would be amazing. Here's Tahanuku. Big problems with him before. Oh, the leech, please. Oh, it wore off. He's not giving me voice lines. But there it is. Use the tree. Yeah, the tree blocked it. I'm also down a frenzy charge now as well. It's not ideal. I was able to clear a map like that with the Eldritch Battery. I could drop the Arcane Surge now. I really don't need the Unbound Ailments either. But without leveling any of these gems, with the leveled inspiration, Zealotry takes 466 mana to give me that for 13 seconds. I don't think I want to try and re-gear anything until I can get this shield craft going. But I may have found the damage. It could be Anger instead. Anger just gives more flat damage, I think. Yeah, it just gives more flat damage. More flat damage is not what I need. I need % damage. So I think Zealotry's it. I also still have Disciple of the Unyielding. I could change this Anoint to something. What is this? 30% recharge rate. Oh, that's a lot of recharge rate. Like, getting these 4 points probably just, like, fixes all this. Now, I'm pretty sure I cannot level this Divine Blessing because it's going to raise the mana cost. I think I can get a defense shrine. It's just no issue at all. I just have pretty much enough ES. So increasing the ES would do it without a doubt. Ooh, hello maps. So having the Zealotry gives me some of the crit chance I lost from losing the inspiration charges, like further maybe helping me get the elemental overload back up. Boss has spell suppression, everything in the map does, and can hinder me, along with his chaos damage, but then let's just sit here and try and ramp it. I need to use the... I need to get it up, then use it. There we go. Get the Zealotry up. Now the Zealotry wore off. Spell suppression. I mean, it feels like it died about the same speed that the one I did at the end of yesterday's video did. And this one has spell suppression, so it takes half damage. I'm going to anoint Essence Infusion and see how that changes things. A very cheap anoint as well. So then with that, I push it. It still degens me, but it's much better. So I probably just save the Zealotry for when I'm in a single target situation for the extra damage. Then I replace my mana flask with a granite flask. Since I just lost the endurance charges, I need some kind of little bit of physical protection. Reduced charges used, reduced effect of shock. That's a good flask. Craft the use when charges reach full on everything. Ooh, I have a life reservation. Where is that? Life reservation efficiency. I don't need that anymore. Get the non-curse aura duration is really good, but I think I would prefer the capped up spell suppression while on full life. But now that says 100, and in that case, okay, drop the lucky spell suppression and get my more skill effect duration back. Imagine if the corpse was related to the conqueror type that dropped it instead of being random. I thought it would have been. Has a random conqueror influence? Oh, well, okay, then I can't force a warlord then. Or the amulet that I wanted to craft. I wonder if Shaper is the same way. I could try and do it with Shaper and then it could hit any Ellie pin. Well, that's a little further off. What is this? 5 mod Hands of the High Templar. Barrage gems, minion gems, aura gems, warcry gems, Ellie weak on hit. A lot of mismatched stuff there. Back to it. 78 is still too low. Whoa, that's a lot of increased quantity of items dropped. Tainted currency, Vermilion ring craft, Wave row effect. That's big. Actually, with row and columns, I might be able to do that craft right now. Actually, I still think I probably want the chaos scarcer. Tainted armor scrap. I actually did get a tainted currency from the map. Another T16 boss. I mean, oh, I need to get the curses. Go. Helps. Energy shield is fine. Chance to craft additional item. Tainted mythic orb dropped from one of these enemies. The second tainted currency I've gotten in like 4 maps. I am bailing on the rest of these tainted currency things. If I want tainted currency, I will go farm beyond. I don't think that they're worth. Not for the added hassle that the enemies make in the maps or for the rewards. What next then? I'm pretty sure the expedition ones are probably the same. Now with these ones, it says your pack contains pack leader. Cast Calgurn Blast, uses earthquake. I'm gonna add these one at a time, the different ones, and see how they're different. But if they're just gonna give me the expedition currency stuff without having to do expeditions, I'm fine with those. Unearth Runecaster, and yeah, they have ward. I didn't see a pack leader with group. 2 Astragali just drop on the ground. I mean, that's cool. These are not near as tough as the Beyond, without a doubt. This one has a rare. Yeah, it's just like another enemy, even though they have a little bit of ward. What is that? Divine Orb. Nice. Pulled 15 Astragali from that map with just 1 Allflame Ember. And if it was giving me artifacts, I couldn't tell. Knights of the Sun. Calgurn Constructs, casts Calgurn Blast, throws Axe. Doesn't seem that much crazier. Oh, wow. 176% increased area of effect. Okay. I've got these enemies with shields. that are taking no damage. They have like natural spell block maybe? So that's kind of yikes. Not the biggest fan of that. They eventually died though. This Rune Blast is AoE is crazy. Very big. I got Greater Sun artifacts. I saw it. It came out of the enemy. I thought I would see it above my head, but no. It does come from the enemy. 2 burial medallions. This sword is insane. It rolled chaos damage and subterranean chaos damage that gives it extra flat chaos damage. I don't know that it'd be any kind of good, but it's a thing that was found. Whoa, bearers. Those are big. That's so much AoE. I feel like the guys with the shields, you hit them enough maybe, and then they just lose the shield. Or maybe they can recast it? I really do not understand those shields. I've never understood them. It's hard to tell exactly what is happening because they have ward. And there's no gauge on their HP bar in the ward. So you don't know all the time like if they're blocking your hits, or your hits are going into a ward, but then sometimes the shield goes away. If anybody can actually explain that to me, I definitely am curious. Writing invitation, yay. Alright, there's no outrunning the AoE Ice Nova from the Strongbox. So the ward, it glows a brighter yellow beige color when they have ward. So the shield is something completely different. Because right now they do not have ward, they're taking no damage. Now there's ward, the ward goes. I was able to damage them for a second. Like, something takes away their shield. I don't understand the shield. The ward makes sense. I get that. Order of the Chalice. Kalguran Undead uses Earthquake. Priest of the Chalice, Order Ostiary. There doesn't seem to be anything too special about these ones. They just kind of die, like the Broken Circle ones. There's a scrap metal. Yay, an increased fire. It's about time one showed up. 2 chains that bind, 2 vanity, 3 gem cutters promise, or 4. Nice strongbox. The only one I haven't done is Black Scythe. Uses ice shot, ranged, and melee. Kalguran Undead. I don't think these ones will be that bad either. Yeah, these ranged guys that shoot from a crossbow. They have ward. I was going to say that they were a little bit tankier, but 51% more monster life, so I feel like these ones are about the same. The only ones to really worry about's the Knights of the Sun ones. They can get a little out of hand with their shields. Opalescent oil, cool. These Black Scythe enemies have been doing a really good job at converting dropped weapon into chaos. Not even halfway through the map, dropped 17. Final tally was only 23 chaos. But I've also been thinking about needing to go heist or something to replenish my chaos. That's 25% of my chaos stack right there. Pretty big. Putting 4 groups of Broken Circle in this one. 30 Astragali. Yeah, I can't say these are really super spectacular. Getting the burial medallions is probably good. They're not dropping logbooks or anything so far. I don't know if that's a possibility. Seems for the most part, like, I could probably not spec anything on the tree and throw an Expedition Scarab in my map and wind up getting more out of it than going through the hassle of adding these monsters throughout the map. Increased fire mods. These Knights of the Sun guys, you gotta deal with these dumb shields that don't make any sense. I put 4 packs of Broken Circle in, no issues. 1 pack of the Knights of the Sun is kind of painful. They just don't take damage, 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 and then they're dead. Makes no sense. Found a Hunter influenced Ember, then I am content letting the rest of these go. Doesn't seem worth my time to deal with them. Toxic Sewers of Zoth. See what these do. Either gonna get a bunch of Breach Splinters or delete these 2. It does take a lot of investment to get good value out of Breach, and they're dropping Splinters. Okay. I'm already more favorable to these than the others. I feel like the tattoo ones are a little bit different because the only way you can get the tattoos is by running these. And then unless you're in trade, you're never going to have like an endless supply of any of these. And that'd be painful to trade for. So since they're going to be limited, you'd want them to be, or at least feel valuable to run. Ah, they can drop breach rings too. I got 63 Zoth Splinters, and it was just like a normal map, just filled with Zoth monsters. That felt completely fine. Map 2 of the same thing, 48 Zoth Splinters. Oh, this can be interesting. I'm going to get Zoth enemies in my ritual. Are they also going to drop splinters? There was a realm card here. No splinters. I got a realm in the second one as well. No splinters. Round number 3, negative. No splinters. Allflame Ember beat at, leave it on the ground. 48 splinters from test number 3. The first one did have a lot more groups of magic enemies, and that could have been part of one of the lantern mods, because they were all chained together and they were gaining HP as I picked them off. So that could have increased the amount I got in the first one. Probably the best part about these is I can take my time to kill them if I want. I don't have to kill them before they disappear and run away, like in the Breach. Allflame Ember of the False God. I have 2 of these now. 59 Esh from 3 Embers. This one has increased monster variety. I wonder if I just put 4 tolls in here, just send it. Be expecting about 15 to 20 per, so between 60 and 80. Ended up with 63. 2 more Esh got me 39. That one did really well. I'm going to save my Cheulas for a more optimal scenario, but I'll throw the old ones in here. Only 2 of them. And there's an increased quant on one. See if that makes any kind of difference. Actually, I should throw them in on the pack size. Black oil, completed map magnificence. 12 challenges complete. That is the map tiers. 36 from 2. So those are pretty good. Very happy with them. I imagine the Legion Splinter ones are going to be exactly the same. 2 Marikath, 2 Karui. Ostian Parandus. That's another one I think I already have. Screaming Invitation. 36 Marikath and 30 Karui. 2 each, so 15 and 18 per, roughly. So yeah, about the same. Ziggurat map. Cool. Open my Divine Strongbox again. I got Chains that Bind out the first time. Templars have procs bubbles. That's fun. At least this map has AoE on it, so they're very big procs bubbles. Dropped items with rarity are converted to with rarity. With rarity. That's a big piece of that. It would be really awesome if I brought all these different Legion mobs in here and they would still fight each other. And I'd have like this 4-way battle going on in this map that I just created. Kind of like the Hunted Traders. They're all just like fighting each other instead of like multiple armies trying to fight me. The Fortunate dropped from the div card conversion. Dying Anguish. That's big. Increased Fire. Another duplicated Divination Strongbox. 3 Faces in the Dark. Earth Drinkers. 10 Chisels. Always happy to see those. It was so awesome I learned that these little things on the ground come at you. They do not blow up if there's no corpses underneath you when they get to you. They will only like detonate corpses. Like they'll run to you, and if there's a corpse in their radius, that's when they'll blow something up. Otherwise, they just do nothing. There was the corpse. Oh, Order of the Chalice. I know. Don't need that one. Now this is really strange. I have, let's see, is it Templar? No. Eternal Empire. I have converting. Like one of the packs in here. One of the things that converted was this banner. The enemies will actually like attack it. Oh, they might have killed it. It's very weird. Yeah, here's another one. It's a friendly banner. Does it give me any buffs for being in it? Or is it just like there? I've never seen anything like that when I'm fighting any of these guys. And yeah, I actually pull off my Templar war just because. I have completed Templar, Karui, and Eternal Emblems now. After all of those, that one was cool. Really close to the level. Best Venter's Gamble of the league has shown up. 3 resists over 40 with quant rarity and decent life. That's crazy. Next, I'm going to go for Omens. I need to make sure I can see Omens drop on the ground. Yes, I can. Heals fire 7 additional projectiles. That's crazy. What do we got here? There's Cultists, Treants, Beasts. Is that it? Okay. Cultists are probably the Chaos ones. Treants, that doesn't sound like fun. Let's see what the Beasts are. Nameless Beast, Burrower, and Thing. So maybe the Devourer as well. 4 beasts. And some snakes with 7 additional projectiles. Omen of Adrenaline. Okay, a nameless thing. Okay, maybe there's no Devours. I got an Omen on like the first pack though. So if I get a bunch of Omens, that's cool. Level 94 as well. Oh, they're actually empowered. Oh, okay, so these are all going to be blue empowered too. That means they got crit. Oh, I don't know how much they're empowered by either. Oh, what to do with the level though? I might take cold-hearted calculation. It's better than just throwing it in the decks in anticipation of the frenzy charge. Whoa! Acceleration Shrine Consuming Thralls. And there are Devourers, indeed. Glad I got that level. Oh, and I must have... Yeah, I used that Omen there, too. That's good. I haven't ran Ritual, so I don't know how common Omens are there. This isn't the only way to get Omens, I know. Omen of Amelioration. Yes. Good. Those are nice to have. Well, I mean, I would like to not die with it too, though. I don't need that XP loss at the moment. It might be worth just taking the portal and saving that thing. And I died. Oh, you can only use one Omen per area. I did get to keep it. Haha. All that's on this is magic monsters too. Like, they're just tough. Omen of Return and Death's Door. Omen of Soul Devourer, Soul Eater when you level up for 5 minutes. I don't think it transfers zones though, so it's not super great unless you get your level right at the beginning of a map. Just gonna do one this time with the cultists. Cast Detonate Dead. Yeah, that's right. I forget, but yeah, that's not good. Chaos damage too. So even when I'm trying to use these things, there's a bunch of mods in there. It's like, I don't think I want to actually do that one with these things. There's no way I'm giving these chaos enemies 90% attack and spell block. Hey, Chaos Scarcer, let's go! Now I can pull it off with just a single column. I get to make my shield now. Ooh, what is this? Orange Scarab of Tradition. All rare monsters in area have at least one reward modifier. Player modifiers to item rarity and quantity do not apply to area. Interesting. Omen of Death Dancing has been used. I don't know what that did, but I picked it up in here. Let's see then. I am 3 short. If I used one of the nearby, that's 40% on 4 tiles. That's 160. So with 2 of those, I could fill the third. So there's 3 constructs. 4 constructs. Is there another group of 4 in here? Not beast. Humanoid. This is 40% humanoid and 40% construct. Okay, I think it's happening. Now, I don't have any other stuff in here. No. Okay, so use the constructs with the construct. Put the construct buff here. Yep, 700. Okay, there's one of them. All of those give 700. And there's another spot I can do right here. Perfect. Let me double check one more time. 1 attribute, 2 chaos, 7 cold, 1 crit, 10 defense, 7 lightning, 5 mana, 5 physical, 21 fire, 3 increased resist, 22 tier ratings, 2 + 1 explicits, and I'm not doing these with any other boosts. I've got 2 craft slots left over if I need to increase item level, but beyond that, fill all the holes with what it says. So I'm not going to go through the whole planner process. I have 3 holes left. I thought I would only have 2. Oh, that's because I saved a slot with the adjacent ones. So if I were to craft a shield, currently says 83. All right. Well then, I then get 1 item level, 1 explicit reroll, and 1 fracture chance. Now the question is, do I go for the base that has the better energy shield, or do I go for the 10% spell damage? I think I'm going for the spell damage. 84, 6 mods. All looks good. Click the button. Let's go. Come on. What we got? Life, spell damage, +1 fire, +3 max fire, lightning res. Ooh. It did not get the all res like I was hoping for, but that's amazing. Oh, the base rolled 66, so I'm going to get more energy shield out of this anyways. Bless this up. It actually didn't hit what it was supposed to. It was supposed to hit this fire damage, and it hit spell damage instead. Percent spell damage was a 40 weight, whereas the fire damage was 1272. Now, my tooltip says 7578, just sitting here in the hideout. All I did was swap the shield in, goes to 10,000? What? Wait, excuse me? That's 30% more damage? Okay, and more life, and freeing up resistances for me to recraft other gear. Ah ha ha! I think the play at this point might be recraft the belt. It could use a little bit of fire. Like, I need the craft there. So it has to have an open suffix. So it would have to hit chaos and fire. So maybe that's not the spot. The gloves, like the lightning, this ring could be replaced with cold res, chaos. The other ring has a max chaos roll on it already. Nope, there's an open suffix on this. Exalt that. Cast speed. Okay. Shield qualityed up. I gained 16 energy shield with that as well. This is very usable on so many builds too. I think it's gotta have to be gloves that I craft. Maybe I don't craft gloves. I mean, I don't need a graveyard craft gloves for sure. I don't need anything crazy there. No fractured glove bases. What I should do is not do these omens and find the ones with fractured items and do those. I don't need omens for anything, really. I have made some work, though, cleaning these embers up. Synthetic Fury is what these are called. Drops fractured items. These are probably synthesis monsters. And for these, I need the juice. I want as many fractured items as possible. This map is doable. I need them to be rare. Has to be done, even though I've been avoiding that. There's a good one. 97 quant. Frenzy charge, endurance charge, chain, life is ES, fizz is lightning. That's doable. Multi-proj reduce suppression. I could probably pull that off. And another 91 quant one. That's doable. Okay, so with 5 maps, I have 11 of them. One of them I have to run 3, the others I run 2. That's going to deplete me on ambush scarabs. In the process, add domination, 3 shrines, or 5 more strong boxes. I want the shrines. I got 2 with minus pack size. Those cannot be the ones. These can be, yeah, these are synthesis monsters. Melee constructs. 8 to 30 monsters in the packs. Yep, lots of speed, 47 pack size. Alright, yep, synthesis monsters. I got a crit shrine. A chaos scarcer in return already. And I'm still going into this map more afraid of the eater mobs with speed than anything else. Okay, fractured items are dropping. They're just on bases that I have hidden. I have verified that much. Dropped items with rarity converted to div cards. If a fractured item rolls with rarity, does that then mean that it becomes div cards? I guess that's just off the strongest monster. There's one, Sandbar Scepter. 7% suffix fire damage. Rip. So I could be picking up bad bases for like, There we go. I'm gonna see them all now. Changed it in the filter. T1 crit chance Karui Scepter. Sure. Eldritch and Nomad Orb. That's big. I really don't know if it's worth fishing through these bad bases. Like even with the graveyard, even like a 93 fractured life is like, eh. This one has a bunch of free stuff. You know what? Why not slap them all in? Go 5 of them. Knock this thing out. It's a synthesis map. And look at all of the unmakings. And there's corpses. Fractures. Yeah, there's no way I should be seeing all the fractured bases. And you want to know what hurts me? It's not any of the synthesis stuff, it's eater mobs! I've reduced spell suppression in this map, so bound to happen. Oh, and now I have a divine shrine, so that's good. Ooh, now those are some bases. Yep, doing it. Reverting back, no more. Just the ones I want. And all the things I just picked up, yeah, they would have shown up. So, while I had a divine shrine, was not the time to do that either. Oh well. Viridian Jewel. Another divine shrine. Haha. Okay. The next big graveyard craft I want to do is for an amulet. Like a +2 amulet, ideally with Ellie Pin. Now, if I can make that happen, that'd be amazing. I know those increased gem mods are rare, though. I died to eater mobs. Extra accuracy, reduced spell suppression, additional projectiles. Yep. Let's see. Did I get anything? Attack speed with one-handed melee weapons, T1. Max roll? No, no, no. And Jewel's good. 54 strength helmet. And it's like, is 86 flat life on an eternal berg worth saving at this point with where crafting is? I don't know. T1 crit chance for spells on a staff. Quintio Parandis. T2 attack speed fractured on a jeweled foil. I mean... That's really good. Picked up 26 unmakings so far, 28 ball orbs. Looted and looted the map. Now I get to figure out if they will drop fractured items from the ritual, because this is full of synthesis monsters. This is not something you get to do every day. And I actually have managed to stay in this wedge for the entire thing without getting touched. But now there's a soul eater. Yeah, I knew it was gonna hurt. Ow! And yes, they drop fractured items in the ritual. Whoa! Oh, I got stuck in it. Life leech, save me. When the enemies run out, that's when it gets really scary, I guess. Otherwise, I cannot touch these beams. And, no. Dead. And what's in here? Don't think I need any of those. The taming? I could defer that. It's probably a good idea to do that. Yep. All right, this one I can only take 2 into. I don't want to give one of them 600% life, Ellie pin, block. That's why I sent so many into the last one, because it was... perfect. Last 2. Strongest monster gets big one. I wonder if that matters. Oh, there we go. Could those be it? The murder mitts is what I did all of this for. The fracturing orb, or the fracturing things. Fire 2 attacks. Negative. Alright, that was the chance I was looking for. Nice. Brave Row. Uncorrupted 6-link carnal armor. This is unset ring. Oh, I see. Good. That's fantastic. You know what? Let's do this. Gloves, Dexent. What do I want? I want life. I want ES life. And then I guess I would want percent evasion ES. And then chaos res. I think it was cold res. Yeah, cold res. Cold res. And ideally spell suppression. Or it could be lightning res. Maybe I don't worry about spell suppression. I have it pretty much covered on the tree. So if I went lightning res, graveyard, compute best selection. What does it say? 19 graveyards. The cold and lightning res is guaranteed based on what it did. It went 30 resistance, 1 life, 3 chaos. Alright, let's back the resists off some, to like 20. It's still view corpse sequence. Okay. Uses fire scarcer, which is a big, I have a lot of fire scarcer. Why did it not give me a lot of life? It did not give me a lot of life because life on hit, life regen, life on kill. Ew. Okay. But it did a pretty good job lowering these. Just a good chance for the hybrid evasion ES, which is also like not the worst. Let's see if I have the stuff. That is 20 resistance increased. 2 life, 3 chaos. I got lots of life. And I have chaos. Then attack scarcer, I need 8. There's only 5 here. Here's 2 more. Aha, 8. 1 scarcer attribute, 10 fire scarcer, 4 mana, 5 physical. I'm missing 1 mana scarcer, and that's 5 phys scarcer. So 3 of these are undead. So I just grab adjacent undead. Yep. Alright, I'm crafting another one. This is 54. Wait, I only needed 4 mana. Well, I had 4 mana. I did it wrong. Okay, so that's perfect. So 53, 22 tier rating, 2 explicit brings me to 77. That's where that is. 22 tier rating, 2 explicits. Got them all. Then I did back out a few resistances. And I added a life, yeah. So I can look in here for groups and I can buff these. There's 4 beasts, 4 humanoids, and 4 demons. Adjacent, beast, humanoid, and demon. Alright, find places for those. No, there's one right here. The adjacent in the middle. Resistances around it. Another one. Then the humanoid. And is there another 4-way? Yep, right here's one. So that's a bunch of bonus resistances. Then I slap all the rest in and see how many slots are left. They're all in, and I think I should have 8 holes left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's see what item level we're at. Armor, gloves, evasion, energy shield, murder mitts, 83. 1 item level, 1 explicit mod reroll, and that leaves 6. I probably just throw a bunch of fractures in it, or I make it 30% quality. Still have a bunch of fractures. Chance to fracture 2 of them. Yep. That's what I'm gonna do. What would this be? This is my 5th full graveyard craft. 84 murder mitts. The craft. And I got the gloves challenge. Oh boy. Hey, what do we got? Lightning res. It hit the evasion ES. It missed the hybrid but gave me rarity. Okay. That is energy shield that I do not have. That's going to add to the pool, make it easier to use my zealotry. Huge. Take it to 20% quality. 2 red sockets. 4 sockets. There's an extra spot there. Still an extra gem spot. Not quite that easy though. I need that fire leech. I might be able to get better fire leech. This is worthy of using the Grand Eekers on. Fizz leech. Hold exposure. Chaos leech. Fizz leech. Chaos. Oh, come on, will ya? Please. Nothing. Like 20 something graders and didn't hit a single. There's the fire leech. Good. Then I want a nerve. That's fire dot. That's shock spread. Additional strike target. Come on, just give me a nerve. Damage per frenzy charge. Alright, well, I leave it there. So there is that. 643 energy shield now. It still drains, but it's faster even. Cool. Now then, I take off the belt. I bet there's probably a way to get a Stygian Vise in there. This would have to have fire res. I am gonna gamble on it. Where's my chaos res? Oh, I only have these. I only have screamings. Okay, do it. Give me fire res life. Open suffix. Fire res life, open suffix. Has to have all of those. Actually, it needs any resist. And I can convert. It hits strength. That could be better still. Did not hit an extra res there. I need the res. That did not hit. Okay, so then instead I just do it with fire res. Force the fire res. Give me life open suffix. The chaos would be great. That's life strength open suffix. Okay. Then I get the craft. It's a suffix. ES regen. Open prefix. Exotic warlord exalt. Let me verify. Warlord should be the fire. Flat fire against burning enemies. Increased damage. Fire damage. There's a chance for armor. Warlord Exalt. 20% increased damage. Slap the jewel back in. There we go. Hurting a little bit on lightning res. But chaos res is no longer negative. Life is over 5k. ES went up. Damage number says 10.4. That went up even more. Seems good. And the entire day I managed to distract myself from this gym leveling. It'll happen next time. We'll get the Empower to tick over, get another level on the Spellslinger, get another level on the Firestorm. Conk Effect will hit. I'll be able to flip that for more damage. We'll get the Awakened Fire Pin to hit level 3. That will make it level 5. Since it's in the red socket, that's going to let me inflict fire exposure without needing the Wave of Conviction. And I just got a bunch of strength too. Well, I can at least drop a strength passive there, and I'll throw it into 18 lightning res to make things look a bit more solid. And then for gearing, I still got rings that are not optimal, as well as amulet. The next big craft I'm saving up for will be the amulet. Get that to be +2 and things will be good. But that is going to do it for this one. We'll keep working on it next time. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button as it really helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss more videos from me. If you'd like to help support my channel, please consider using the super thanks, the heart icon just below the video, or by joining to become a member, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.